UrbanSuburban here. Been a while. Thought I'd come at you with a new video today. Today I'm going to talk about something that I don't see a whole lot of videos on because it's not, I guess you could say, crucial. It's nothing that's going to save your life or anyone else's. It's more one of those creature comfort type things. And as you can see here, camp cutlery. I have here a variety of different spoons, forks, sporks, different forms of cutlery that I've used, tested, tried out in my camping, in my EDC, at home, just to see kind of what I like, what works, what doesn't work. And I've come up finally with a couple recommendations, I guess you could say, for you. Now I'm going to cover all these items here. Starting at this end here, and basically they go from cheapest or least expensive to most expensive. And of course, cheapest doesn't always mean cheapest quality, just cost the least amount up to costing the most amount. So we'll start at the end here. Every one of you will probably recognize these. This is the Light My Fire Spork. This is actually the mini version. These come in a 3-pack. I have these around for my kids. The reason I actually have this one out instead of the regular ones is because I have broken all my full-size ones. I've had about 3, and in the last couple months they've all crapped out on me. They've all basically broken right across here when I either be stabbing something or scooping something, they'd break right here. So having that being the case, and it didn't just happen one time, I don't think I can really recommend these. These smaller ones seem to be holding up fairly well. I'm not sure whether it's just because they're shorter, but they seem the same width as the other ones, the same thickness. So maybe because of that, there's not as much pressure put on this section here. I don't know what it is, but these smaller ones, maybe it's just because my kids use them, I don't know, and they take smaller bites. They are lasting. The bigger full-size ones that have the serrated edge on the one side of the fork. Actually, I got a picture here because I don't have any of them left. The full-size ones basically look like that. They have serrations on one fork or on one tine of a fork there. They just didn't last. They're cheap. They're only about $2.50 a piece for the full size. They weigh 9 grams, so they're really light. They're made of a BPA-free copolyester, so they're supposed to be dishwasher safe, non-BPA material, which is good. So they're food grade, obviously, but they just don't last. And I've seen other reviews that say the same thing. But if you just want to spend a couple of bucks to have something to throw in your bag, in your car, that sort of thing, somewhere where you're not necessarily going to use it very often, but may want to have something on hand just in case, well, then it's a couple bucks, and all I'll say is you're taking a risk. But again, this isn't something that's necessarily going to save your life or anything like that. It's just to eat with, a convenience item. So about $2.50, at least here in Canada. It's probably not going to last long, but you can buy a whole whack load of them. That's all I'll say about that one. Next one up, this is the GSI telescoping foon, they call it. They've gone away from the Spork and they've made their own name, the foon. These actually come with a lot of GSI's cooking products. I got a couple with my GSI Kettlist and my GSI Duelist set, but you can also buy them on their own. If you buy them separately, they're about $3.50, $3.60. These are a durable copolyester and acetal. I guess the handle looks like the copolyester. This will be the acetal here. 9 grams, so the same as a full-size Light My Fire Spork. I guess the advantage of these is they basically can collapse down. They just slide down like that. And they come in different colors. There's an orange one as well. And they just pop out, snap into place. And you can see they're fairly flimsy. And I've seen some negative reviews on them, but I have not yet had one break on me. And these are probably actually the first sporks, foons, whatever you want to call them, I got. Dedicated camp cutlery. I've had these ones for a few years, and they've held up surprisingly well. I mean, it is basically a plastic. You don't want to hard use it. If you were to get this too close to a campfire, I imagine this would melt. I have not done that yet, but it's not metal, so I imagine it would. But for about $3.50, they're not bad. They're nice. They've got a nice deep bowl in them for eating soup, even though they have the tines for the fork portion of them. And they're nice and sharp, pointy. They work not too bad, as well as any Spork will work. So for $3.60 or so, not a bad option. Now this one here, one of my favorites, and one of my newer ones. This is the Snow Peak Titanium Spork, and this is their colored version. They come in just a regular titanium gray like these two here, or you can get them anodized. And where I get them, you can get them in this blue or in a green, which I actually also have. And they're anodized, not painted, so you're not going to get anything rubbing off into your food, but anodization will wear off as well anyway. As you can see here, there's a little wear on there already. I've been using this. I really like this. It's nice and light. 17 grams, obviously lighter than these, but much more sturdy. Not a lot of flex to this. I really like this one. Made in Japan. Again, I say 17 grams. It's got the hole here. If you want to clip it or tie it to either cutlery or anything like that, or hang up. It's 17 grams, so half an ounce, premium grade titanium, and I just really like this. I keep this one and my other one in each of my two EDC bags, my 511 Moab 6 and Moab 10. Each of them has one of these, because at work I tend to be in the car a lot or in a truck, and I tend to eat on the road a lot. And when I do that, I often forget to bring cutlery. So I just have one of these in my bag at all times, and so I've been using it quite a bit, and it's worked really well for me. Price on those in Canada here, you're looking about $11. So obviously about 3 times the price of one of these, almost 4 times, but plastic, titanium. This is obviously going to last a lot longer. Next to that, another titanium offering. This is made by Optimus, whereas this was Snow Peak. This one's the Optimus Titanium Long Spoon, and you can probably guess why it's called that. This is made in China, 19 grams. So heavier yet than this, but obviously you got a lot bigger reach. This is the first one that is strictly a spoon. There's no spork part of this, no tines for a fork. This is strictly a spoon. I bought this for when I'm going to be carrying things like Mountain House meals or other cook in the bag type meals, where you need that reach to get into that bag without jamming your whole hand into the bag and burning yourself or getting yourself all messy. I've had this one for a while too, and I gotta say I really like it. It's held up well. It's got kind of a matte finish here, polished on the end where your food's going to be, so it's easy to wash. Again, it's got the hook, sort of lanyard hole there if you want to hang it up or tie it to anything else. Really nice spoon. Not much else to say about that. I mean, it's just a spoon, but the reach, when you're into those Mountain House style meals, you really appreciate that reach. And here, this is about $11.50, so you're only looking 50 cents more than this guy here. And if you eat a lot of those bagged camp meals, then that's probably the way you want to go. Last up, and my most expensive option, and my newest as well, another offering from Optimus. This is the Optimus foldable titanium long spoon. So basically what this is a foldable version of this. As you can see here, they have nearly identical dimensions. The bowl is the same. Both have this matte finish, polished bowls. Just this one folds, and then it's skeletonized up here, obviously. This is 21 grams, so it weighs a little more, because I believe this, the skeletonized part here, I don't believe that's titanium. That's probably a stainless steel. And all you do is you move this little slider down, that loosens it up, fold it up, slide that slider in, and it doesn't even, wow, slide it all the way. It's not going to open on you unless you really reef on it. And the advantage of this over this, obviously, is packability. This I can't throw in my Snow Peak cook set. It's too long. I can have it in the case and it just sticks out the top of the bag. But this I can actually throw right in the pots, which is nice. Now, as for durability, I'm not too sure yet. This one seems a lot thinner here, and I'm not sure how this joint's going to be. It feels solid, and I mean, I'm not digging holes with it. I'm not digging a latrine. I'm going to be scooping soup and noodles and rice and that sort of stuff with this. So I suspect it's going to be okay. If it's not, I'll let you guys know. But I really like how it just packs down. Titanium, lightweight. You can stick it right in the fire if you want. It's all metal construction of various metals. I like it a lot. Price on this, about $16.50, so it's by far the most expensive. But I only have one that stays in my camp gear, as is this. I've got a few of these that go in my EDC bags. I got a bunch of these because they came with a couple of my cook kits. And well, I only got a couple of those left because they've all given up on me, at least the full-size ones. But anyway, guys, hope that gives you some ideas. If you're looking into getting some new camp cutlery or stuff for your EDC bags or anything like that, you got your very budget-friendly items here, but don't count on them lasting real long. But I mean, you can buy a handful of them if you want. Sort of middle of the road. It's going to last. Functions great as a spoon, works well as a fork, and not going to break the bank. Nice and lightweight. These guys here are basically dedicated more for a specific task, I guess, which is those bag meals where you need the really long reach. You pay for it, but I think it's worth it. They seem durable. This one for sure is, and ultra lightweight. You can't beat that titanium. So, guys, I hope that was helpful, and I'll be coming back at you soon with a couple more videos I got lined up here. So take care. I'll talk to you soon.